Hey there guys, it's Darren Stevenson back with another video. Gonna do one of those standard things that people do and do the best top 5 decks to this format, yeah. So yeah, I think like there's the format's still pretty diverse, so there is definitely like 5 decks that could potentially win YCS Chicago. And just to let you know, I'm not gonna edit this video because I just want to test for Chicago, so you're probably gonna hear a lot of just me sitting there like I don't know what to do. So, and I also have to, of course, meet the certain time quotas. So, I'll try and give each deck its own personal time, and I'll just crack on with it. So, I'm not wasting your time. So, yeah. So obviously, it's diverse format. New format is changing a lot of things. It's killed a lot of the combo decks, and it means that we'll have to resort back to decks that we've previously played before the format got solved. So it's just a case of, I feel like they've just hit the reset button twice now. Like at Milan, they just hit the reset button and it reverted back to the 200 format, but it just had Thunder Dragons. And now they've did the same again. They've hit the reset button and it went back to the 200th, but it has Thunder Dragons, but also they're a bit weaker. So who knows? I'm not massively sure if Savage Strike will offer because it's got the Wolf and stuff, so, and it's got the pot, so it kind of makes Altergeist a bit better to compete with Striker, hopefully. But like, I'll get into that in a second. So number one pick is obviously like Sky Striker, because like, well, not my number one pick, Jesus, but like, like the first one, because like I think this deck is fucking poo, but like that's just me. People who like have excellent technical play can like reap the rewards from a deck like Sky Striker. Sky Striker, in fairness, is a really strong deck, and it doesn't really lose to many things. It can lose to itself a lot of the time, but if your technical play is perfect, you often just don't get punished. It hasn't been touched by the ban list, and it's getting a new card in the Earthlink. I can't quite remember its name. I remember making a video about it. If you haven't watched it, you should go check that out. I'm lying in bed while I do it. So that like offers like more resources to the deck, which I suppose can kind of be relevant, and it can do something in your opponent's turn too by negating a monster, maybe, I don't know. And also it has that degenerate effect of gaining life, so if you're in a mirror, you don't have to make your opponent start anymore and trying to attack their Echo Hiate. You can literally just go first and just trigger a load of spells. So it might be worth like just siding in like Veilers, or you might have to literally side in Cherries just to Cherries that card so you don't lose in time, which is pretty mental. Which is something I probably would do. But like there's no combo deck, so you probably don't have the luxury of siding Cherries. But in general, this deck has already won several YCSs. It won 2 of the 200ths. It won London. It won Pasadena. And I can very well see it winning Chicago, just because, like I say, the deck beats everything. It doesn't have a bad matchup against anything, and it's just generally like a one-direction linear deck, which rewards you for being good. However, the big issue with it is I think it can be prone to bricking a lot of the time, and it also plays a bunch of stuff that you have to play just exclusively for the mirror match. So when you play something that isn't the mirror match, you can struggle a little bit. And also, every other deck is probably going to build to beat Striker because everyone's going to assume it's the most represented deck. So decks like Altergeist still just like main Village Turbo, and decks like Thunder Dragons will probably just go Colossus Turbo just to make sure you stop. And also, Eradicator coming back is a bit weird. But let's just swiftly move on. So my next pick is Altergeist, a deck that I really actually enjoy playing. My balls just went up inside me there. My throat just got all squeaky. So I think this is a deck that hasn't lost anything, but has gained like a new pot to make it more consistent. It's really strong. Its Thunder Dragon matchup was like quite 50-50, but with Thunder Dragons being less consistent now, and Altergeist only getting better with the new pot coming out in Savage Strike, it's probably more favoured now for sure. Against Striker is definitely still like a better engine, but Altergeist being able to just auto in with like Village and Imperial Order is definitely really strong. And the fact that like Altergeist also rewards you for having good technical play, it's a pretty strong deck. Everything in it, even if you brick, you can just like set all your traps, defend yourself with your trap cards until you draw an engine card to get yourself going. Once all the guys snowballs, it's really strong, and the Sulcoitus is really strong against the Thunder Dragons in particular. And also it can spam spellcasters, so when you do set up your village win condition, it can be really difficult for Sky Striker to out. And that's why I think All the Geist is just a really good pick, because it's got really good coverage as well. Post side, it's really weak because you've got stuff like Denko Secker and Wiretap and Twin Twister and blah blah, which can like really make it difficult for you. But you can counter side with that by just siding in a load of hand traps, so you have some defensive cards, so you won't die. But there's not many decks that can OTK you now, except maybe Thunder Dragons. But like I say, if you counter side for that and have a hand trap, maybe Bell against Thunder Dragons, and they could probably struggle to OTK you for a Bell. And since I've just mentioned Thunder Dragons, that'll be my next pick. My third pick will be Thunder Dragons. Even though this deck has received a significant hit by losing Fairy Tale Snow, it's not that bad. It's still like pretty strong. You could just revert it back to its like pure variant. It played pure before it did the danger stuff. I'm not massively sure if you'd still play the danger stuff. I think like I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some builds that play the dangers, because you can just play a load of dangers as a way of an extending your plays to help push going second. Makes it more consistent, so you draw into your more power cards more, since Gold Sox and out of 1 and it's lost Brilliant Fusion. You can arguably still play Brilliant Fusion even though it's at 1. And also you can still play Sayuja, which just like works as an extender as well to get you an extra Colossus. It's probably worth playing Call by the Grave now, because Bell can hurt a lot now. But I still think the deck's really strong. You can just auto win against Sky Striker by just summoning one Colossus and they can't out it. And you can also just win against all the guys if you just summon a bunch of big guys and they just don't have enough, like, they just don't have enough to out it. And if they don't have Lost Wind, it'll just be really difficult for them. Yep, and I'm not sure if the Wolf will replace Gold Sock, like, basically just take it out and put it in, because I'm pretty sure Gold Sock is better. However, there might be some cool things you can do with the Wolf that we're not sure, we don't know yet, but it's definitely still a strong pick, because it's one of the few decks in the format that can actually end the game really quick in OTK. Going second, you want to just end the game early, whereas like all the guys in Sky Striker just can't do that. And going first, it has a reasonably good first turn board by ending on a mistake in a Titan. And also, if you're playing pure, you can probably play hand traps as well, so it makes it so you can like have more defensive cards. My next pick is a pick that'll make Tom Rose and Joshua Oosters very happy. I think Burning Abyss is a really strong pick, because like I say, once Fairy Tale Snow got popular in front of Dragons, I think BA just got much weaker. But now that they've hit the reset button again, BA can just revert back to its way of trying to just build a beat Sky Striker with the Kaijus. I don't think you can go first now that you've lost Snow. There's no way you can go Beatrice past and far for being enough. It's just no way. Going first BA is so underwhelming, so you probably just have to play it to go second. So you would probably play like a big BA deck, OTK deck, where it would play stuff like Destrudo and into Yazimama and stuff, and that'll be really, really cool. And you'll have a bunch of extenders with the dangers. You'll probably play more dangers than just 2 Jackalope, 2 Snake like you previously would. You would play like a big danger engine, so you can like just draw and push really rough. And you'll probably play like a small BA engine as well. But like I say, you've got like the Kaijus to give you win buttons against Sky Striker, because it's pretty much like a Denko Secker into their back row and you just kill them, which was Banner and stuff. Against all the guys, it can be a bit rough, because like the trap, you can really struggle against the traps in Sulcoitus, but if you can manage to bait the Sulcoitus and then Kaiju them, or just have like ridiculous amount of extenders for days, it's probably worth it. And then post side, you're kind of favoured because you side stuff like Twin Twister and Reboot as well. So but game 1, you'll probably have to just take the loss, but then just beat them in the post side. And against Thunder Dragons, the Kaijus as well have applications, because you can do it on Titan, and Colossus does nothing to this deck, so you just OTK them. And they don't have Snow anymore, which like them having Snow, Thunder Dragons having Snow made it from an auto win to an auto loss, because Snow is just too hard. But now as Snow's gone, it's reverted back to a bye. BA will just shag Thunder Dragons, like honestly, like literally murder them. And then my last pick, I feel like this deck could be really good. It's kind of like a shot in the dark, but I'm not actually sure. Combo videos have been creeping up about it the past couple of days. Don't know how viable they are, but I'll just mention it anyway. It's Danger. Maybe not necessarily a big Danger deck. Maybe any combo deck that can play Dangers, or just a big Danger deck, Danger FTK deck, might be a surprise pick for this YCS if people feel really confident in doing the Danger FTK stuff. So the Danger FTK stuff that's been cropping up online has been the Cyber Sign stuff. Thanks for bringing Cyber Sign back. Bloody hell. So like you can do stuff like make it a psychic and then like pay like as much as you want to summon Blaze Phoenix, or you can Amazon S tribute everything away for damage. But I'm not actually sure how viable that is going first, but going second, Danger is really, really strong because every card is an extender and it draws into another extender. And it's just mental how much you can push. It has lost a lot though because it's lost Soul Charge, which is something it always managed to draw, and Soul Charge made it so you can definitely U-Link, and also Tomahawk as well. Losing those two cards is really rough for it, but I still think the deck is really strong, and if people don't respect it and don't side draw Lancia, because I honestly don't know why they would, because it's not good against any of the decks that I just mentioned earlier. Lancia's a little bit good against Thunder Dragons, but it's not really. Danger could like just ruffle stomp for everything if it just manages to dodge all those Trickstar Gimps that are still playing Trickstar and main deck and draw and shit, and it could be definitely a strong pick for sure. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think is going to win YCS Chicago? I personally have no idea. It's probably going to be Striker again because purely on its representation and its versatility alone. I think Striker's probably going to win. But let's try our best to stop that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What's your top 5? What do you think is going to win? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sorry that I'm not going to edit this video. Can't be bothered. See you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out more of my content that's hovering around me. Ooh. And also, do you like pretty cards like these? We'll get them even cheaper at Jacob's eBay store with promotion coupon, you guessed it, MAXC5. Follow the URL link below in the description, which will take you to his eBay shop, and the offer will already be applied. So just spend over £5 and you'll be given 5% off your next order. So be sure to click the URL and have a check of your store and see if there's any shiny cardboard that you want to purchase for yourself. And for now, here's a picture of my cat sleeping.